Well, howdy adventurers, and welcome back. It's been a little while, been a bit busy past couple of months, but got a few jobs coming up, and hopefully we will be able to share those with you. On the agenda today, a while back I'd done the old exhaust valve, the flappy valve problem with you, where I took the exhaust apart, lubricated the flap and freed it up, and that worked for a while, but inevitably it dries out and gets sticky and fails again. So we are going to do this today, but first, before I tell you what we're going to do, up on your dash you will obviously get your engine management light telling you that your valve has failed, and if you haven't already got one, I have done a little bit on these, well worth the money. The OBD Link MX2 or MX Plus, great little bit of kit for reading your codes and lots of other things. If you've got any that you want to clear, that will clear it for you. Simple app on your phone, job done. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be getting rid of that exhaust flap servo motor and replacing it with an Eliminator. So, great fun. Doors are closed today in sunny Devon because it is blowing a hoolie out there. The wind's lashing and the rain is lashing and it's just miserable. So I'm tucked up in the garage, and we will get to work in just a minute. Be right back. Okay, welcome back everyone. This is what we're going to be replacing the flap servo motor with. The Healtech ES Eliminator for the virtually most of the BMWs is ESE BM1, that's the part number for it, and just a simple little eliminator. Unplug the servo unit, plug this in, and it tricks the ECU into thinking that everything is working fine. No more fault codes and no more flap playing up. Now I tend to go a bit over the top, belts and braces and future-proof things when I'm putting extras on the bike. Where the wires go into this cap wasn't sealed at all, and just where it joined into the box there, I've put some epoxy. Just no need really, you know. I'm sure the manufacturers have done a brilliant job of protecting it, but as it is down on this part of the frame of the bike, where it's going to be subject to a lot of mud and water, I just like to go over the top a little bit more and protect everything as much as I can. Right, so let's crack on. First thing we're going to do is take off the cover where the cables go onto the valve itself, so that we can get ready to disconnect the cables. I'm not going to bore you with me undoing screws, so we'll come back in a minute. And there you have it with the cover off, the flap in all its glory, in the fully open position at the moment. Luckily it's sprung loaded so it stays open. Now the only reason for this flap, you'll hear lots of people saying, oh yeah, it's back pressure, it's this and it's performance, and there's one reason and one reason alone for this flap, and that is to keep the noise down when you start it up at lower revs so you don't annoy your neighbours. It's purely just a noise thing, no need for it whatsoever, so do not worry about eliminating this. On the early GS's you were lucky that you were able to take out this section of pipe and replace it if you wanted to. On my 1250 it's all one. the whole system up to the silencer is one. So if you want to replace this, you've got to replace everything, the headers, the whole lot, apart from the silencer. So, you know, what's the point? It's for noise only, nothing else. Complete waste of time. Get rid of it. So there we go. Right, okay, let's get started. What you want to make sure is that your bike is turned off when you do this, because we don't want to send any weird faults up to the ECU when we disconnect the servo motor. So what have we got? We've got a T25, and no, we haven't. We've got a T something else. T20. T20. Do undo these. Really easy. Two screws down the bottom there. Now we go up to a T25, is it? There's a bigger one. No, it's a T30. Bigger one just up here behind the frame. And that's out. And I think you find then that the whole unit goes back because it's located on some sort of grommet. Right, now we just need to take that screw out and right, I've relocated from the servo motor back to the exhaust flap because it's difficult to move the servo motor while these cables are connected. So just going to disconnect the servo cables. Hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. Sorry my hands are in the way, but yeah, that one, back one's just lifted out. And pull the cable round, straighten up the nipple, and out she comes. Let's hope this one, yeah, there we go. I think releasing the servo motor makes that job a bit easier. There we go. Release those two cables, and hopefully now we've got a decent bit of movement on the servo. Okay, to slide this plug off of the servo, there's a little clip behind there that is very difficult to get to, very difficult to see. You just give it a little push down and that whole plug then will slide off of the motor. I'll try and show you this clip. That's the clip there. You just gently push down to release it with a little flat end screwdriver, and it slides off of the servo motor. So then we just unclip that, and that's another little clip on the servo. Unclip that wire. Let's move this brake pad, and now we just got to unplug this connector here. I think just holding that clip in and pulling it off, and there is your servo motor. Now redundant, so we throw that in the bin, get rid of that, and plug that we've just undone from that servo motor. Trying to show it to you there. This one here should marry up nicely with this eliminator here. Fingers crossed, he says. Yeah, it's got to go that way, I think. Can't go that way. Yeah, it goes that way. There we go. Nice click in like that, and we will just obviously cable tie all these nicely up here to tidy it up. Apart from putting the cover back on the exhaust flap, that's about it. So we'll turn her on and see what we've got. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Still got the engine management light there, that's normal until you start up. Does say sometimes that you have to go for a ride for it to clear a couple of times, but what I will simply do is connect up my OBD Link MX Plus and simply clear the codes, and I'm sure that will get rid of it. Let's have a try. Okay, I have just cleared the codes because I'm not going to go out today because it's bloody awful. And there you see the engine management light has gone. Previously, if I'd have cleared that code, the state my exhaust flap was in, it just would have come straight back when I started it up. So let's give it a go and see if it stays away. It's probably just me, but that throttle response feels much crisper without the solenoid in there. So don't take any notes of that, I will tidy all that up. But it does feel, it just feels, I don't know, it's probably just me, probably doesn't make any difference at all, but there you go. You don't need it. Plug an eliminator in, get rid of that code, and don't worry about your flap ever again. Fantastic. So hope that helps, and stay tuned for another one. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I'm not paid for anything. Healtech sent me the Obviously the Eliminator, didn't get anything off of that. I paid for everything myself, so yeah, there's no money for me in it anywhere. There's the OBD link MX Plus connected, and I can't show you what you can see on the phone because I'm on the phone, but hopefully that's it. Right, thank you guys, see you again soon, bye. Okay, little side note, you don't have to undo any of these smaller torque screws to take the servo unit off. It's only held on by this one big screw at the end, which is located just behind here. So just that one bolt holds on the servo motor. Don't bother undoing the rest. Thank you. Thanks for watching Old Man on a Bike, and thanks to Healtech for the Eliminator, and OBD for my fault code reader, and got a few bits coming up, so stay tuned and we'll see you soon, adventurers. Got to get everything ready for the Isle of Man TT, which me and the boys are off to, so looking forward to that. See you soon.